somebody says your name, in my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction.
Hello everybody. Now this video is all about resetting your life. You heard me, resetting your life. Don't be acting like 2023 was the business. Okay, for some of y'all maybe it was. But for some of y'all, 2023 need a facelift. And what we don't want to do is go into 2024 the same way we went into 2023. A hot mess. So watch this video and tell all your friends to do the same thing, baby.
Understanding what my knees go weak. What's happening to me in the dark? Can you tell me what it means? I lay my head.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all already know who I am. Can I be your best friend too? Now, this is another Let's Talk About It video. Now, a lot of y'all already know that 2023 is about to come to an end. You heard what I said. 2023 is coming to the end. And with that being said, it's super important to start figuring out where you want to be next year. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not a big fan of waiting into the new year to set all these goals. For some of you guys, not to even complete them, right? I feel like you might as well start this year. In December, we're only 2 weeks in. You might as well start now. Figure out what you feel like is gonna work and what's not gonna work, right? Now, this video is all about pushing the reset. Y'all heard me, pushing the reset on your life because it's super important. What we tend to do is we tend to just go. And sometimes you can go so much that you can honestly burn out yourself, like it run out of fumes. And if you've been like me, if you have been where I've been in situations where I honestly think to myself, how did I get here? And I'm so burnt out and I'm so much into my head, into my feelings, and have all these emotions and feelings and I just do not know where to put them. Like, where do I put this time and energy at? And when I'm sitting by myself, I think to myself the same thing. It's time for me to reset. I recently have gone through some crazy things in my life recently that resetting is necessary. Now this thing called life, baby, ain't got no warning label. I don't care how many books you have read about life and whatever. Like, you really got to just do this thing called living it. Like, if you are afraid to live life, if you are afraid to jump out there, like, honestly, what are you doing? You can read books all you want. You can watch all these movies and tutorials and motivational videos on how to be the best person you know how to be. But if you're not willing to apply them to your life, it is just a waste of time. Now, before we get into this video, you guys, y'all see this cute hoodie, you know what I'm saying? From Pink. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did buy this sweater maybe about 2-3 years ago, but as y'all can see, this is super cute. I actually went to go work out today, and I got the cute little leggings to match. And I tell people all the time, don't sleep on Pink. Like, ladies, like, I don't care how old you are, like, you're never too old or young for a Pink hoodie. Hello? So I just wanted to throw that in there, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all men are looking what to get your girls for Christmas, once again, we love a cute hoodie. Amen. Now let's go ahead and dive into this video. Like I said, this video is all about pushing a reset. Now recently I had to learn how to push a reset on my life because, like, I moved to Texas. Great. Video coming soon on how I've been kind of coping with that. I've been trying to jumping back to the dating scene. As y'all know, that been an epic fail. Oh my God! Wow! And I really want to push the reset because I'm gonna be honest with you, my life has been crazy. And if you don't know, I am in one of the craziest months, honestly, of my life. 18 years ago, 18 to 20 years ago, I lost my grandmother. And that was very difficult. When I lost my grandmother on my dad's birthday. So every single year, my dad legit would be a hot mess because honestly, how do you cope with losing your mother on your birthday, right? And as some of you guys already know, I lost my father on his birthday also. So we're coming up on the 3-year anniversary, and it's been really hard for me. I have really been honestly battling so much because a piece of me just feel like at this round time of the year, I just feel incomplete. And no matter how much I keep trying to tell myself, I'm okay. I know that if I don't reset in December, I'm going to be honest with you, I will go into January a hot mess. And I learned that actually the end of last year, that resetting things in your life is actually super important and is much needed. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is, as you guys know, I am a streamer. And resetting a lot of things in my streaming life is super important. From the people I'm around, from the way I run my streams, my attitudes, my views on streaming. What is my next step? I mean, I love streaming, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't see myself doing it for the rest of my life. Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna stop streaming tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying is something to think about. And when you've done something, I'm going to 4 years. So when you've done something year after year after year after year after year, you got to do one or two things. You got to go reset and figure out what can you do to make this be beneficial to what I'm trying to achieve, or what can I do to revamp it to make me fall in love with it again. Because if you don't think like that, I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to get boring, tiring, and you're going to burn yourself out. And if you are watching this video and you are a streamer, you understand what I mean by that. Because life, baby, will happen. Another reason why pushing a reset for me is super important in the line of work that I do is because, honestly, as much as I don't want to say this, you kind of outgrow the people that you're around. Now, you don't want to outgrow them. And sometimes you don't outgrow them. Sometimes they outgrow you. And the unselfish part of me have learned to let people go when I feel like how to say this? The unselfish part of me feels like it's better to let people go if I'm no longer an asset or a benefit in their lives. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all can get the hint when somebody legit feel like they just don't need you anymore. And that's okay. And when that happens, what do? Push the reset. So pushing the reset when I feel like people outgrow you is important. And even though you may miss them, and even though you may feel like you want to be around them forever, you have to do that in order for you to just keep going. Because you dwelling on something that you have no control over is just stupid. Now, the second thing I want to push a reset on, like most of you guys, is my finances. Baby. Because see, when I moved to Texas, like I said, we will talk about that in another video, but I spent a lot of money. Let's just say that. I'm not going to spill the beans right now, but I spent a lot of money. And was it worth it? I'm going to be honest with you. I would do it again. You know, like people say, well, would you do it all over again? I would. It was so worth it. But I did spend a lot of money. And me spending a lot of money, I'm going to be honest with you, I had to push the reset on my finances. Because the way I was living in California is different than how I live in Texas. When I was in California, I really wasn't going out, every other weekend. I wasn't really doing those things. I kind of stayed in the house. I was more of a homebody. So saving for me was easy. But baby, since I moved to Texas, your girl be out. I'll be outside. You know what I'm saying? Get me outside. How about that? I'll be outside.
I'm glad I got
outside. So with me being outside more, I realized your girl spend more money. And I be spending money on accident. Like, because I'm the type of person, I want what I want and I like what I like. And I'm even like that with my kid. Like, if she wants something and I got it, I'm like, just get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you want it. That's how I am. Like, if I go to a restaurant and I see that they got a drink for $15.99, I'm going to get it. And if I want the two, I'm going to get two. That's just how I live. But then I realized that because the way I have been living is a little bit more different than how I was living in California, I had to honestly pump the brakes and tell myself, I can't continue to do this if I want to experience like financial freedom and honestly live comfortably. Like, so what can you do to push the resets on your finances? Okay, let's get into it. Get your handy dandy notepad book, and what you're gonna do is you are going to start with your cell phone bill, the internet, your rent, or your mortgage. You are gonna write down pretty much how much you normally spend per month when you go out. And if you need a ballpark figure, go maybe to the month of November or the month of October and write down everything you spend, from like food, clothes, all of these things. Just write it down and total it up. And that right there will kind of give you an idea of the ballpark of how much you normally spend. Also to write down, how much you normally spend in food, all of these things. This right here will give you an idea of how much money you should be spending. So like for me, I know that going out every weekend is just not gonna cut it for me. As much as I would love to go out every weekend with the girls, because I love my girls, I know that if I did go out every single weekend, I'm not gonna be able to, eat steak and lobster. You know what I'm saying? We ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Every single weekend. It's just not going to happen because I'm to the point in my life, 37 is right around the corner. And I want to buy a house. I want to, I want my dream car. Like, there's so many things that I want. And I know moving into 2024, if I keep on doing what I've been doing within the last 3 months, it ain't going to cut it. Like, I'm going to find myself in the situation I am in right now. And I can't blame nobody but me. You feel me? But I think the good thing about, like, when you think about the reset, you got to be honest with yourself. Like, truly honest with yourself. Because some of y'all be lying to yourself. And you cannot lie to yourself. Because who's going to be honest to you than you? Think about that. Now, when you're thinking about your finances, I want you to think of maybe 1 or 2 things that you are trying to achieve in 2024. For an example, if I scale back on this, then I can maybe take a trip. If I scale back on this, maybe I can buy myself a bag, ladies. If I scale back on this, maybe I can pay my car off. Whatever it is, you got to have a why. It's super important in anything that you do in life. You have a why. Story time. So I go out with the girls. You know what I'm saying? We get dressed up. We looking all good. We go to Kitchen and Cocktails here in Dallas. And I'm going to be honest with you. We look at the reviews. I've been there before, but for brunch, not dinner. We go. Ambiance is nice. Everything is great. Right? We look at the menu. I get the catfish. The mac and cheese, and they had like these $33 Douce drinks, right? Peach Douce drinks, and they were really good. Great waiter, great service. Everything was amazing. I didn't like the lighting, but that's beyond the point. The waiter gives us the bill and was like, "Do y'all want dessert?" When I see the bill, I was like, "Oh no, I don't want no dessert. No, babies, no, keep the dessert." I did think about getting dessert, but I changed my mind after I see my bank account. And it's funny because like when you go out and you hanging out with your girls or you hanging out with your boo-boo, like, and you look at your bank account, it's not that you don't have it. You just be thinking like, did I really need it? So when you are pushing a reset on your finances and you are buying things, you got to ask yourself, do I really need it? Like, legit, did I really need that big old Douce? No, I could have just bought me a $12 drink, but the drink was $33. I'm telling you, but it was so worth it. But did I need it? Probably not. So as I'm looking down at my bill, I'm looking at the other girls, and I'm like, I wonder if their bills is as expensive as mine. So I was like, so this was a good dinner. And one of the homegirls was like, not for this price. I was like, girl, tell me about it. Cause now y'all probably like, best friend, how much was the bill? My bill was $72. Cause they had nerve to charge me gratuity. I don't even know who gratuity is. Like I don't even know who that is. I don't even remember ordering gratuity. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember ordering that. But they charged me high gratuity. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I feel like all of our bills together was, I swear for God, was like $400. Was $400 all together. And let's not talk about parking, because the parking was expensive too. And I was thinking to myself, I was not expecting to spend $130 tonight. And as much as I enjoyed the moment, I had to think to myself, financially, do I want to continue to do this in 2024? No. The answer is absolutely not. If I continue to do that, legit, everything else that I want, the businesses that I want to, all these things that I want to invest in and stuff like that, it's just not going to happen. Because literally, I'm going to be eating my food. I'm going to be eating my money. And some of you guys can pretty much relate to me. I mean, think about it. We go out to eat most of the time. Stop eating your money. And I had to think to myself, okay, bet, if I want to go out, I got to make sure I eat at home Monday through Friday, so that way I can enjoy myself on the weekends. A little bit of compromise. Y'all ready? Reset. Another thing that you got to push a reset is like your love life. Now, if you're single, like your best friend, I had this thing, as y'all know, I was going on dates. I was really trying to put myself out there. You know, all my homegirls got boo-boos and stuff like that. And I'm the only one that ain't got one. But then I also had to realize this, like, what's meant for me is what is meant for me, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to continue to see what's out there, but I decided to push, like I said in the last video, I decided to put a pause on it. I just think that really being in tune with what I am and who I am is super important. And if you guys are single like me, sometimes you got to push a reset on your relationship, and you got to ask yourself, like, what do I really want? Like, really sit down with yourself and say, what do I really want? What am I willing to put up with, and what do I'm not willing to put up with, right? Because sometimes the picky me come out like, oh my God, like I'm 5'2.5". Like this dude tried to date me, and he was cute and everything, but it was 5'5", and I was like, oh no, because I want a son next, and I just couldn't see it, Lord. I just couldn't see it. I was like, the Lord would not bring me nobody short, and God knew I wanted a son. So me being picky like that and me start thinking like that, I was like, you know what? That is not a great way to start, you know, like me to date. Like me thinking like that, okay, whatever. I know what y'all thinking. It's probably not cool. So I was like, you know, let me push a reset on dating. Let me just kind of refocus on me. And let me honestly figure out what I really want. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say this. Y'all going to be like, best friend, seriously? I went through all that. And to say that I don't know if I don't know if I'm ready to date. I don't know if I'm really ready to date, you guys. I don't know. Now, don't be mad at me. I just had to really figure out what I wanted. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm so busy and all the things I'm trying to do. And yeah, it'd be nice for me to have, you know, a guy that I can, you know, cuddle with and share laughs with and go on dates with. But I really had to sit down with myself and ask myself, did I really want that? And was I really ready for that? Yes, I want it, but I don't think I'm ready for it. And I don't think rushing it is going to honestly do good for me or my future boo. So we put a pause on that. Now you may say, well, best friend, what about, how do I push a reset if I'm in a relationship? Easy. When you pushing the reset and when you're in a relationship, it's easy. It's really you asking yourself 3 questions. Am I happy in this relationship? Do I want to be in this relationship? And what can I offer this relationship in 2024? Really figuring that out is super important, because you do not want to go into 2024 with dead weight. Like, I've been in relationships where honestly, I went year after year after year with people legit that I should not be bringing into the new year because I was getting the same results. I'm talking to somebody. And you also want to ask yourself, where is this relationship going, right? How long have I been talking to this person? So pushing a reset on that is super important. Maybe sit down with your spouse, asking them like, okay, so where are we going? You know what I'm saying? From here. Okay, I've realized we haven't taken any trips lately. Like, this is what I want to do for the next year. Plan out your 2024 with your partner. It's going to be super important. That way, you're going to see if you guys are on the same page. Now, I'm a little jealous because y'all got booze and stuff. But, okay, I'm not jealous because y'all happy. And happiness is good. And I want my best to be happy. And so that was just a joke. I joke. Like I said, and I feel like everybody deserves happiness. Another thing about pushing a reset on is going to be your mental health. Now, this one is a big one because, like I said, this is a season, if you're like me, you are going, honestly, through this part of your life, maybe without someone, maybe a breakup, maybe you lost someone, maybe a new state, maybe it's a new job, maybe finances are bad. And leading up to Christmas can be always stressful because if you have children, your children won't. And maybe you're not able to give. Or maybe you lost somebody and you're thinking about them like crazy. Or maybe you're just stressed out. And it's so crazy because I've been talking to a lot of people lately that just been stressed out. Like, literally stressed out. And I know I've been having my share of what is going on. Like, best friend, like, get it together. I have to shake myself and constantly remind myself, like, girl, you the shit. Like, you the shit. But also too, as y'all know, I'm a big advocate of it's okay not to be okay. Like, if you're not okay, don't try to force it. You feel me? You have to be honest with yourself when you are not okay. And lately, best friend ain't really been okay. You know what I'm saying? I can be honest with y'all because y'all my best friends. And so, but recently I sat down with myself and I was like, you know what? Feeling these emotions are okay. Having these emotions are okay. But I don't like the way it makes me feel. Like, I don't like the way it makes me feel like I don't have control over my emotions, because if you know, you know. Like, when your emotions get the running, they get the running. And I was like, you know what? Let me push the reset on my mental health. Now, when I think of pushing the reset on my mental health, I think of refocusing on what is making me sad. What can I do to make me more happy? And how to make a negative into a positive. Those are three things I think about. Because, like, for me, the thing that's been making me sad is obviously, like I said, my dad's birthday is right around the corner. And like I said, financially, I have been I've been out here acting like I've been acting like it's a hot girl summer and it's in the fall. Like, this is a hot girl fall for me. And I need to sit my butt down. So I had to, like I said, have a come to Jesus moment and think to myself, like, the things that I'm doing is not mentally stimulating me at all. And so I started doing things like writing my feelings down, going to bed at a decent time, taking hot bubble baths, talking to myself. Yes, I talk to myself, and sometimes I do answer myself, because once again, who's going to give you the best advice but yourself? Think about it. Some of y'all give the best advice to everybody else, but when it comes to giving advice to yourself, you suck at it. So I be talking to myself like I'm talking to somebody else. And it's been working, so mind your business. Another thing I've been doing is, for my housewarming, my girl Nina, shout out to my girl Nina, bought me some candles. And literally, I light my candles, and it makes me feel so good. And also, when I go to bed at night, I go to bed with scriptures. And then for my daughter, we do our prayers every night now. I tuck her in, and we even read the Bible together. And I realize that makes me feel good. Like, literally, just tweaking that pushes really the reset on my mental health. Now you gotta understand this, baby. You are not perfect. I'm not perfect. Like, we're not perfect. So we gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm trying to say is do not wait until 2024 to be like, new year, new me. New year, new me. Like, I done gave you all these tips and tricks that you can do to reset your life now. Like now, in December. Figure that out now. Like, see what works and see what doesn't. You feel me? And write things down. Big on that. Like, okay. Story time. I know y'all be liking my story time. Don't act like y'all don't. So last year, my goal was to lose 5 pounds. I was like, you know what? That is realistic. That was realistic to lose 5 pounds. Realistic. 5 pounds. 5 pounds. And so literally, I was like, I'm gonna get back in 150s. Mind your business. Don't ask me how much I weigh though. I'm like, I'm gonna get back in the 150s, and you know what I'm saying? Boop, bop, 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 bop. And literally, I got on the scale the other day, and I'm like, dang, like what was I eating? What was I doing that I couldn't even lose 5 pounds? And I thought to myself, what made me not lose the lousy 5 pounds? 5 pounds in a year? Really? And you know what I thought to myself? I couldn't tell you where I wrote, where I wrote my plan down at. I couldn't even tell you where I wrote it down at. Did I revisit it? No, not gonna even lie to you. I didn't revisit nothing. And on top of that, I forgot I was supposed to lose weight. Best friend, how did you forget? How do one person forget to lose 5 pounds? Okay, I forgot. I forgot that I was on a diet, whatever. So the last reset we're gonna talk about is pushing the reset on your health. Now, yes, I went to the gym today because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start my fitness journey now, then wait until January 1st. And I ain't gonna lie to you, because I used to be that. New year, new me. Go to the gym, drink good green smoothies, eat salads, pray every day. And then by February 1st, I done forgot about all of that. Life done happened. And somewhere in the middle of that, I forgot what I was doing. And I was like, you know what? Let me start it now while I'm mentally present. Like, I'm mentally available. Like, I'm hungry. Have you ever been hungry for something? Like, I feel like right now my life is missing something. And when I sat down and even came up with this video of like the resetting and all of those things, I really had to sit with myself and think to myself, am I really happy with all the things that I'm doing? Am I happy with my life right now? Am I honestly happy? And some of you guys were lying like, yeah, I'm happy. Whoa, I'm happy with my life. But are you truly happy? And I had to be honest with myself, because I wasn't. There was so many things that I was missing. I was, most women, we want to look good naked. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm not bad looking, but I'm not where I want to be. And like I said, I got on the scale and I was very disappointed in what I seen. But I can't beat nobody up for what I see, because I did it. Like, nobody forced food in my mouth. I do that to myself. And so I had to honestly say to myself, if I wanted to change, it has to start with me. It has to start with my mental. It has to start with my daily. It has to start with me disciplining myself. And honestly, no excuses. Like, come on now, best friend. Like, I ain't 40 yet, but I am 3 years, 2 months shy of 40. And some of y'all can be like, well, you still young, you got it. But the older that you get, you get all these health problems and these health issues. And I want to live to see my grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but I want to be here for them. And the only way I'm going to be here for all of those things is if I take care of myself. And not just even physically, and you know, but mentally and financially. Because my baby's going to be spoiled. Speaking in existence. Hello. And like I said, with this being a tough time for me, like I said, I just had to be honest with myself. And some days when I wake up, I have to say, I'm not okay. And when I'm not okay, I have to think to myself, what can I do to push a reset in that moment so that way I can be okay? So like the other day, for example, I took myself to McDonald's. And my daughter was mad because she found the McDonald's cup. She found the wrapper. I don't know why I don't be throwing stuff away because I always get caught. Like, I always get caught. She always catch me. But, like, I treated myself to McDonald's. Then the other day, I treated myself with an iced coffee, right? And it felt so good because just doing that made me feel better. Pushing that reset, made me feel good. And so me doing that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to continue to just do that. Just kind of create the patterns. So that's really all I got. Like, you know I need to be more consistent with my, you know, my talk about it videos. But next week will be the last Let's Talk About It regarding relationships. Now, I may pick a one in there every so often, but we're going to roll out into some other things that I do want to talk about that I think that is needed. Even though I got a couple more relationship videos for y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. So maybe, I don't know. We gonna see. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been in a few relationships and situationships, and I know that you guys enjoy my videos, and I enjoy that you guys enjoy them. And so yeah, like I said, that's all I got for you guys. Push the reset on your life now. Do not wait until January 1st, 2024. If you are listening to the sound of my voice, there's so many things that you can elevate. You can throw away maybe clothes that you do not want to take into 2024. You can start deleting phone numbers out of your phone now. You can start, honestly, cleaning up your house, organizing your trunk, right? Writing down things, doing a vision board party, right? Putting together a outline of how you see 2024. And if somebody tell you, oh my God, that you overthinking, you over dreaming, tell them to shut up, because that's your life. And you can dream how big or how small